What do you hope she feels when she's in Portland? That girl in the first video.
Free. That's it. I've decided to go on this journey of really figuring out who I am in adulthood and how to feel inspired in my day-to-day. But I knew if I wanted to give this experiment a proper chance, there was one spot I had to buy a ticket to, and that is Portland, Maine.
Hey, good evening, folks. This is the captain speaking. Welcome on flight 971.
Oh, it's perfect. Every time it's perfect. It's magical. You know, honestly, we should do a mother-daughter trip here. Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe in the summer. I can't believe I've never been in the summer. It's like the time that everybody goes. No, we could do oysters, lobster, antiquing. I think you'd love it. You might be wondering, Michel, why Portland? Why is that so special to you? Maybe I should give some context in case you missed a couple of those chapters, but this city on the surface is obviously cool, but it represents so much more to me. The first 2 times I visited the city were the most transformative weeks of my life. The first time was when my divorce was final. The second time was for my honeymoon to my now husband. The first time, I was getting out of a marriage. There was a lot of infidelity, and it just really messed with my perception of myself, my self-worth. I did not know that this was gonna happen, but when I was here, I got an email from my lawyer saying that the courts had finalized my divorce. It was a long legal process, and I didn't know how long it was gonna take, and so I was already coming to terms with me being this free version of myself, but then all of a sudden, as I was here, I was legally free. I just will never forget that feeling of discovery and of awe and of wonder and of sadness and grief, but at that point, it was like shackles being broken off. I felt like it was the first time I started to meet who I actually am. Being here in this city is such an easy way to connect with who I was during each of those trips and to like remember and honor the journey that I went on and how I felt each time I came. Those 2 versions of myself were just a few years apart. So dramatically different and still dramatically different from who I feel like I am today, just 2 years after my honeymoon. I feel like I'm still learning and stepping into the adult version of me. But every time I come here, I can see the parallel versions, almost like looking at framed photographs of each of these milestones of what I've learned, where I've come from, and who I'm becoming. And it's impactful. I wanted to take the first half of this trip solo before my husband met me up here because I find so much value in doing things all alone, on my own. No itinerary, no one to please, no one around me. Just kind of go with the flow, see where the day takes me, take in the world around me, and be open. I'm the type of person that learns things 2 ways: mistakes and metaphors. There's a few spots that I've learned some pretty big life lessons here, so I wanted to take some time and revisit them. This is just about right where I put my phone. up on that cliffside, and it fell down into one of these holes over here. My very first solo trip, I had the idea that I was gonna go lighthouse hunting. Came to this lighthouse, wanted to get photos by myself, propped my phone against a rock on this cliffside that I'm looking out at right now. And then I saw it just fall down the cliffside toward the ocean. Oh man, climbing down to grab it, time stood still, and I saw that the screen had cracked, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Screens can be fixed. Until I tried to turn it on, and it just would not turn on. I went up to a group of people, and the first thing I said is, hi, I'm traveling alone. Don't say that. And my phone just fell down a cliff. And I needed to figure out how to get to a phone store. They mapped one and they said, the closest one is not in this state. The closest one is gonna be in New Hampshire. And I said, okay, that's my option. And you know what? I was kind of a little excited for a big, challenging, unknown adventure where I could not rely on anyone except myself. And I had to navigate this uncharted territory, this unmapped road with nothing really guiding me. I've never done it before. And I had to fix a problem. It felt very metaphorical to my life at the time, to where, okay, I'm solo, I'm on my own, shit has hit the fan, and I got things I gotta figure out. And it felt like this micro way to prove to myself that I was able to find a solution and do it on my own and fix my problems. But I think I was like, okay, God, I see you. You're showing me that if I could do this, that I could do more. And that all started right here, right at this lighthouse that I'm looking at right now. Beautiful things in this world are just so much better when they're shared, especially when they're shared with someone you love. And I feel like I learn a lot too in the playfulness. So having Jordy meet me up here and romp around this city that we honeymooned in also just feels so important.
Spend our years on a small town, East Coast weather all year round. Tell me how you feel about your hand in my hand in Portland.
And you know, I do have a bit of a fun bucket list for us for this trip. I would love to get in touch with my inner child, but I'd also love to get in touch with my inner foodie. The world famous brown butter steam bun lobster roll from Eventide. I don't know how they make this gluten-free. I always feel like I need to double check and make sure that it is, but every single time it is. This is the singular best bite of food I've had maybe in my life. It's a whole ass claw. Take a look at my lobster. It's not the only one I got. I like to eat lobster, even though it costs a lot. Thank you, Lord, for making lobster. Thank you, Lord, for making butter. Amen. This is love in a bite. Do you think I could bribe them for the steam bun recipe?
I don't think you could.
Really?
No.
That smells insane. Do you like that more or less than the lobster roll?
A little bit more.
Really?
I love you.
I love you. That's the best day ever. Oh, my belly's full and happy. I could have 4 more though. I wish they were open for breakfast. That'd be sick. I wanted to block off the majority of a day to just explore on foot with no itinerary, no expectation, and make it one big old day date. I think in my journey of trying to be more inspired, I've realized that inspiration really does die quite a few ways. There's the putting yourself into a box, but also for me, I think a big one is rushing through things and having set expectations for how they'll end up. So today, I just want to play. No expectation, no timeline. I just wanted to check out a couple shops. This is listed under vintage. It's called the Artful Collector, and I don't know what that is. And then there's a shop next door called September. No, closed November 9th through 21st. Window shopping. Okay. I fear I need this. It's a little keychain. What can I put in it besides change? I think we check out Portland Dry Goods. This is where I bought your duck hat. Remember that? Are they cool or are they a little too much? I gotta stop buying pants. My name. It's Saint Michel. But Michel, that's pretty cool. Always leave things better than you found them, ladies and gentlemen. Made in Sweden. It's a hipster size beanie though. So pretty outside today. This one's exactly like my tattoo, and I'm really tempted to get it. Oh, it's the same on both sides. This one's cuter. I think I get this one. I see the kitchen store. Can we go? Yay. The kitchen store. It's a happy, happy place. Yuzu marmalade. Oh, we're a big hot sauce family. Whoa, I like that. Butter, oil. Okay, fine, I'll try one more. Fine, if you insist.
Every time that you're here, you seem to allow yourself to be a person more than you do anywhere else in the world. And I'm really still kind of curious as to why. But it's like a weight drops off of your shoulders whenever you're here. I think all the little details of life kind of come alive for you. Even just like walking to get a coffee, seeing a leaf, or walking down a street. You seem to experience it very fully and more real here than anywhere else in the world. And it's mostly the little things. It's not really the big extravagant things. It's like the little details you seem to almost like allow yourself to enjoy life when you're here. I think that you probably learned to survive by not enjoying life for a while. And you'd say something consistent of like, well, I'm not gonna like get my hopes up or be really excited about things because being let down is really sad for you. But here, it's kind of like all that's gone. Look at the sun and the sky and the people and the cobblestones and the lobsters.
Something kind of odd about my job is that I need to show up and create even on days that I don't feel like it. And I'll be the first to admit there's plenty of times that I don't want to put on a smile and be in front of a camera and create something, whether it's low energy or hard life circumstances. I've had to learn the power of discipline and simply show up and put myself on a schedule even when I don't feel like it. There's a part of me that doesn't feel proud of what I make when I'm not in the headspace to make it. But at the same time, it is really interesting to have this genuine scrapbook of my life through my art, of how I was feeling and what I was going through in different phases, because I made myself show up. And now, if I want, I'm able to look back at this time capsule of exactly who I was and what I was feeling at that moment. And I am glad that I have that. I'm glad that I have those videos of who I was before I ever came to Portland, who I was the first time I visited, who I am here now.
Press play.
It's Wednesday. It's the day that I've really been dreading. This feels like it's far too vulnerable to share, but some days are gonna be good, some days are gonna be bad, and this is the day that I knew was gonna be the hardest. I just took Max on his final walk around our block. Said bye to the mountains. Now I have to say bye to our house. And I love this house. No, thank you. It's a lot to lose. Your house and your life and your neighborhood and your friends and your community and your routine and everything that goes with that.
What sadness do you feel now for that girl?
How messed up her brain is in that moment, but like she doesn't know that yet, you know. She somehow feels even less like lovable and desirable than even before in that moment. That's sad to see. Because she's very young and desirable and bright and kind. I think she only saw like where she fell short and like the downfalls of that.
Do you have the next video?
I am so happy I made it here. Look at this. This is like perfectly cliche in every single way I ever hoped it would be. Big rocks, water, lighthouse. And I just found out that there's like a lobster place up there too, which might be in order.
What's different about that girl?
I do see a little spark in her eye. I think that definitely something awakened in her at that point. Starting in this video, I don't feel like I'm telling a story about someone else. I feel like that's something that I lived. I don't know why though.
Did that start when you first came to Portland?
Maybe. Something that I found to be interesting about being creative and making art is you do have to tap into things that make you uncomfortable. Even this video that I'm making right now, I almost didn't even want to talk about who I was the first time I came to Portland. I feel like that should be of the past. I want to focus on the happy things. I have a fear of the critics and of what people will say about me when I talk about these types of things, but I realize that I have to tap into the feelings that we go through as humans if I want to make something that actually impacts somebody.
Arch back between the rain, dance through the blades in a tall grass prairie. I'm still surprised wherever you go, beat like the dust from a breezeway rug. Meant to wait before I told you that the Applegate kids went and crashed your car. Everybody drives drunk in the country, but seatbelt neck is a tough start.
On our final full day, we decided to wake up before the sunrise and go to probably one of the most important spots to me. So important, actually, that I now have this lighthouse tattooed on my body. And it's so magical to feel like you're up and awake before the whole rest of the world. I watched back the vlog last night of my first time here. It's kind of a bummer that you can only see things for the first time one time, but it is nice that you can always come back and relive it. I feel like I learned so much about myself that exact week.
What'd you learn?
I learned I was so much more capable than I thought. In that vlog I said, I thought all this was going to be harder to figure out how to like travel on my own and do these things on my own, but it really wasn't. I can get things done and I can do really fun, beautiful things, and I don't need permission from anyone else to do it, and that opens up a whole realm of possibility, you know?
Mm-hmm. What's something you don't think you can do right now?
That I don't think I can do?
Yeah.
I really want to, but I don't know how possible it is for me to make the type of content I want to make. I really want to make really beautiful, high quality things.
Why?
I want to document the way things make me feel in a way that makes the person watching it also feel that same thing. Nowhere inspires me more than here. It feels like an easy gateway to share how this feels with someone, because to me it feels so strong. So it's like easier to capture.
So what does this feel like?
Unfamiliar. It feels like a fresh start. At any point, you can completely restart your own life, whether it happens to you or whether you choose to do it. And I like that feeling. I really do feel like myself here. I also do know that if I want to push myself to grow and change, I should maybe also visit the spot that I feel the least like myself.
top of the world, on top of the
Chives. There's chives up my nose. Can you see that? It's crazy. I think I'm getting better at handling the cold though.